location in the forest, and I think over the years we've been able to make it more and more sustainable. It's a solar passive, straight north facing mudbrick that in winter the sun, when it's out, unlike today, the sun pours in the upper level windows and even in under the veranda through the lower level windows. In summer there is no sun hitting any windows anywhere. So there are two couples who live here, and we've over the years created a sort of their end and our end, loosely speaking, and with common areas in the middle and common laundries, 5 kilowatts of solar electricity, 2 solar hot water services. As I said, the solar passive design of the house. Heating is 2 fire boxes, basically at either end of the house, but they're supplemented by reverse cycle conditions. In the central hallway, I bought an extraction fan and located it high in the cathedral ceiling where there's lots of heat, and that extracts the hot air out of the top of the ceiling and blows it down the hallway. Our rubbish bin that goes out is usually going out with just a very small bag, and that's it. Our recycle bin usually goes out reasonably full, but the rubbish bin goes out almost empty. 3 bays here, and we compost as much as anything and everything we can. Kaye even goes out and collects the fallen leaves in Bendigo. It's a solar passive design, so the verandaing down the front is designed so that none of the summer sun hits the house, but the winter sun does. And so it's 7 foot wide, and we're surrounded by trees, natives. We've got very few non-natives, but have a combination of creating distance. Because we live in the Whipstick forest, we want distance in terms of if a fire happens, but also shading when we need it. And I think we've sort of got there after all this time. The house would be probably, at a guess, 40 years old. It's a post and beam mud brick design, so as our needs grew with families and individual needs, we've been able to move walls and create spaces that other designs wouldn't have allowed. But the post and beam construction has allowed us to actually fill in doorways. Do anything different would be about the double glazing and extra solar for a battery. We have done the curtains everywhere. Recently made a number of nesting boxes out of leftover bits of timber that I've got. That one is a Eastern Rosella. I put it up last Friday. On Saturday the first pair had a look in. When we first bought the place, we had a ripper come in and rip up the boundaries, and discovered that the soil here was incredibly rich, dark, unlike the clay elsewhere. In later years we have since found out that the Eaglehawk night cart used to come out here, and there were trenches in this area right here, and they would empty the night cart droppings in this spot. So that's why this particular spot is particularly rich soil. Peaches, apricots, apples. The watering system for the vegetable garden all through is A, the water's from the dam, and B, it's drip fed using the recycled water purple pipe, which puts more water in than the brown drip pipe. A closed dyeing rack that's on a set of pulleys that sits above the wood fire, and you can fill that up with up to 2 loads of washing, depending on what the washing is, and they will dry overnight. We live on the edge of the Whipstick State Park, and we own 8 acres. What is around us is the box ironbark regenerated forest after the gold rush.